Okay, hi everyone, how are you doing today? So let's look at solving this integral from 0 to pi over 2 cos x dx. Okay, so what we want to do here, we want to find the best estimation for this integral using composite midpoint rule. Okay, so I want to show you how you can divide the integral into few intervals and solve it using composite trapezoidal rule. So the composite trapezoidal rule is given as mn equals to b minus a over n summation from I equals to 1 to n f of a plus 2i minus 1 h over 2. Okay, so to find the best estimation is, so if I look at my extrapolation, I need h over 2 and h over 4 here. Now when come to the first column here, we have here M11, M21, M31. The first column here you're going to obtain using the formula composite midpoint rule, and then M22 is obtained using the extrapolation formula of order 2, M32, and then M33. This is our best estimate. Okay, our best estimation. Okay, so let's try to look at the first interval here for h. Okay, where is m11 equals to m1. So my interval is divided for 1. N equals to 1. So this is with the x naught is my a, which is 0. x1 equals to b, which is pi over 2. Okay, so the formula we have here for n is 1 is given as b minus a. So m1 is pi over 2 minus 0 over 1. Okay, and then the summation here. Okay, summation for I equals to 1 to 1, f of a plus 2 times I, which is 1, minus 1 over h over 2. Okay, now look at this formula, we have it here. Okay, what is h? What is h here? H is pi over 2. Okay, h is pi over 2 because pi over 2 minus 0 divided by 1. Okay, so we have pi over 2. So it's just 1. So we have f of a is 0 plus 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, 1 here. So h is pi over 2, pi over 4. Okay, so in other words, 0 plus pi over 4 is pi over 4. So I have pi over 2 f of pi over 4. Now, pi over 2, what is f? The function f given is for cos x. So I have cos pi over 4. Okay, so use calculator or anything to get the solution. So you have 1.11072. Okay, this is for M11. This is for the first column, M11 for n equals to 1. Now we want to find this M21. My n is 2. So for n is 2, so I want to divide the interval now into 2 sub-interval. So if this is x naught equals to 0, this is x2 equals to pi over 2. So this is my A, this is my B. Okay, and then what happened here? Okay, so this is my x1 here. Okay, so what we know h? H is b minus a over n. So we have pi over 2 minus 0 divided by 2. N is 2. Okay, n is 2. So we have pi over 4. So for my x1, this is pi over 4. This is 0. This is pi over 2. Okay, so once you have all this information, we can have m21, which is my m2 for n is 2, where I can use the composite rule as b minus a over n summation I equals to 1 to n f of a plus 2i minus 1 h over 2. Okay, so summation here we got to do. So the first summation is we have pi over 2 minus 0 divided by 2. Let's look at for I is 1 first. So I have f of 0 plus, then I is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, which is h over 2. And then plus f of when I is 2. So I have a plus 2 times 2, 4 minus 1, 3. 3h over 2. Okay, so what we have here, pi over 4, f of h over 2 plus f of 3h over 2, because my a is 0. Okay, so pi over 4, now h is pi over 4, right? Let's confirm it. You have computed earlier here, so there you go. H is pi over 4. So we have f of pi over 8. Okay, divide by 2, pi over 8. Put a bracket here, and then plus f of 3 over 2 times with pi over 4. H is pi over 4. So what we have here, 3 pi over 8. So now this one is cos pi over 8 plus cos 3 pi over 8. Okay, so this is what we get if you want to use the composite midpoint rule. So now pi over 8, cos pi over 8 is 0.923880. Now cos 3 pi over 8 is 0.382683. Okay, so all you gotta do is press your calculator and find the solution. So we obtain 1.02617. Okay, so that is my M21. Where's my M21? This is the M21 here. So obtain, we have obtained this one. Now all you gotta do is obtain M31 for n is 4. Okay, let's do that. M31 for n is 4. Okay, so for n is 4, you want to divide the interval into 4 sub-interval. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is my x0, x1, x2, x3, x4. Okay, this is 0, this is pi over 2. Okay, what is h? H is b minus a over n, which is pi over 2 minus 0 divided by 4, which is pi over 8. So this is pi over 8. Okay, and then plus pi over 4. Pi over 8 plus pi over 8. You have 2 pi over 8, which is pi over 4. Pi over 4 plus pi over 8, you have 3 pi over 8. And then you have pi over 2. Okay, so we know all this answer here. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to apply the composite midpoint. Okay, the composite midpoint M31 is given by M4. Okay, M4, which is B over A over N, summation I equals to 1 to N F of A plus 2I minus 1 H over 2. Okay, so this is pi over 2 minus 0 over 4. Okay, and then let's look at for I is 1. Okay, for I is 1, we have F 0 plus H over 2. Now for I is 2, 2 times 2 is a similar thing. We have F 0 plus 3H over 2. Now for I is 3, we have F 0 plus 3 times 2, 6 minus 1, 5H over 2 plus F when I is 4. 4 times 2, 8 minus 1, 7. 0 plus 7H over 2. Okay, so these are all the 4. Okay, again I'm repeating here, and I is 1 here, I is 2, this is for I equals to 3, and this is for I equals to 4. Okay, what we have here, pi over 8, F of my H is pi over, so let's write again, H is pi over 8. Pi over 8 divided by 2. We have pi over 16 plus F of 3 over 2 times with pi over 8 plus F of 5 over 2 multiplied with pi over 8 plus F of 7 over 2 multiplied by pi over 8. Okay, so what we gotta do here, pi over 8, we have cos pi over 16 plus cos 3 pi over 16 plus cos 5 pi over 16 plus cos 7 pi over 16. Okay, now you gotta use the calculator to find all these values of cos pi over 16. Okay, so I want to use my MATLAB. So what is cos pi over 16? 0.9808. 0.9808 plus 3 pi over 16. We have cos 3 times pi over 16, 0.8315. 0.8315 plus cos 5 pi over 16. 5 times pi over 16, 0.5556. 0.5556, and then lastly 7 pi over 16. 0.1951. Okay, now use your calculator to add them up, everything. Okay, so adding up will give you 1.0065. Okay, that is my M31. M31. Okay, so now you want to find M22, which is 4 times M21 minus M11 divided by 3. So 4 times, we have obtained M21 earlier on. We have 1.02617 minus, okay, what is M11? 1.02617 11072. Okay, so using your calculator, you will have 0.9980. Okay, that is for M22. Now we gotta find M32. M32 is obtained by 4 times M31 minus M21 divided by 3. Okay, let's look at the extrapolation table that we created to confirm that's what we are doing. Okay, where is it? Okay, M32, this is what we already obtained. Now M32 is 4 times M31 minus M21 divided by 3. Okay, so move on. So what is M31? This is M31. 1.0065 minus M21, which is this one. This is M21. This is M11. So 1.02617 divide by 3. Okay, so use your calculator to do it, and I will get 0.9999. So I'm taking to 4 decimal places. Okay, so now the second level of extrapolation. So I just want to sketch it again, so that you know what you're doing. Oops. So what happened here? Okay, I've zoomed out too much. Okay, so to find M33, so the formula is 16 M32 minus M22 divided by 15. Okay, why it should be like that? So I think I've explained to you earlier on, if this is h over 2, this is h over 4. Let's write it down again. M22, M32, and M33, which is our best estimation. So this first level is called the first level of extrapolation. Now this is the second level. Okay. So our midpoint, these are our midpoint. Midpoint, the order P is 2. Here, the second level, the P will be 4. So your extrapolation formula, so it's easier to look into like this, the general standard formula. It's given by 2 to the power of P M of, in this case, is h over 4 minus m h over 2 divided by 2 to the power of P minus 1. So to find M33, our P is 4. So 2 to the power of 4 is 16. So therefore, we can say that 16 M32, which is we obtain here, 0.9999 minus M22, which is obtained earlier on, 0.9980 divided by 15. Okay, so if you press your calculator, surprisingly the answer is 1.0000, very close. Okay, so there you go. 16 times 0.999 minus 0.9980 divided by 15 is 1. It's exactly like the exact solution 1. So our best estimation here is, the best estimation is M33, which is 1.0000 for this question. Okay, so if I integrate this, I have sine x from 0 to pi over 2. So sine pi over 2 minus 0 So what is sine pi over 2? Okay, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to show it here on my Scilab. Sine pi over 2. 1. Okay, it's 1. So this is my exact solution. So my exact solution is 1 and my approximate solution is 1. So the error is the same. I mean the error is 0. 0 error in this case. Okay, so this is how you solve using midpoint rule. Okay, that's all for today's video. I hope you will continue to do more exercise on Simpson rule next. Okay, thank you. Bye.